I've been on YouTube since the very beginning. That's been about 15 years now. In the past couple of years, I've had more videos removed, blocked, censored, penalized, age restricted, more than the entire 15 years I've been on YouTube. I don't know what's going on here, but it is getting out of hand. I've heard people talk about it a lot, and I thought, oh, you know, they're just blown out of proportion, but I'm sorry, it's happened way too much. Look, here's one just from yesterday. Your video has been age restricted. From here down to here is all 2019, then there's 2018 copyright stuff. But if I just go to your video has been removed, this is one from today. Your video has been removed. 2020 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is this year. When you go back farther and farther through the other previous years, there's a couple things. There's 2017, but I feel like the past couple years have just been crazy with things being removed from YouTube. Now, the recent one, our community guidelines describe which content we allow and don't allow on YouTube. Your video, Doctors Are Taking a Stand, was flagged to us for review. This is another thing. Every time I post a video, it's like I have trolls subscribe to my channel just to flag my videos. I mean, it happens all the time. I post a new video and it's like, boom, your video was flagged. Upon review, we've determined it violates our guidelines and we've removed it from YouTube. They don't say what guidelines. They don't say why it's in violation. We know that this might be disappointing, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. If content breaks our rules, we remove it. Okay, what rule did it break? I don't know. If you think we made a mistake, you can appeal and we'll take another look. Keep reading for more details. Okay, that's not true because I've appealed so many times. Video content restrictions, content that violates YouTube's terms of service or encourages others to do so is not allowed on YouTube. Fortunately, this removal has not resulted in a community guideline strike, although I do already have one on this channel, or penalty on your account. Yeah, because there's no real grounds for this anyway. However, we still encourage you to review all your content and make sure it's in line with our community guidelines. Yeah, what are those? Additional violations could result in strikes against your account or even lead to account termination. Well, isn't that a surprise? How can you respond? If you believe this is a mistake, we'd like to hear from you. To appeal this removal, please submit this form. The team will thoroughly review your appeal and will contact you again. No, they don't contact you. They just uphold the appeal. I've done this so many times. May only appeal this once. Yes, they just reject it. This video did not violate any of the stated YouTube community guidelines. Please reinstate the video. Thank you. That's not going to do anything. Thank you for your appeal. Please note that due to recent global health crisis related to COVID-19, a number of our normal review processes have been disrupted and are experiencing delays. Yeah, it's funny how they can remove videos so quickly, but you know, they can't get to the appeals fast enough. I have another one here called More Doctors Are Taking a Stand, and it's another doctor speaking out, and I'm sure that's going to get removed pretty much any day now. This one was just removed after getting 64,000 views, so it's been up less than a week. This one just got age restricted. If I come here, I've got an active community guideline strike already. This is why I broke my channels off into several different channels. Okay, so I've got all these communications back and forth with YouTube, and if you just look at what they say, they don't give you any help at all. Thanks for your email and appreciate all the information you are providing us. I'm sorry to hear, though, that another one of your videos was removed from YouTube for violating community guidelines, and I hope that you sent an appeal if you think we made a mistake. That's all they write. They don't write anything. Here's another one. I'm sorry to hear about how you feel towards this. By the way, this is Zed stepping in for Albert today. As we've checked, you have an existing conversation with one of our associates. If you have other pressing concerns, you may respond to JC Sheila's last email with reference This is to avoid being provided with multiple resolutions that may cause confusion in the future. No, there were no resolutions, okay? Another one. I understand that you are experiencing issues with your channel. If you believe that your content was misidentified, you can always submit an appeal. Our internal team will review your content against our guidelines and policies. You'll be notified as soon as your content has been reviewed. If you believe that there's any content that that's not aligned with our policies and guidelines, please flag it. This is what's happening in my videos. And all they keep doing is sending links to their policies, which are arbitrary and vague. We really appreciate your time expressing your feedback about our policy. I understand you have a concern about your content, and you'd like to get the community guidelines warning on your channel lifted. Allow me to provide you with information. It appears that you already submitted an appeal for your video. Please give our internal team some time to review your content. Rest assured that you'll hear from us soon. Regarding your concern about the removal of your video, I can see that one of my colleagues already assisted you and provided the information that you needed. Reference, da-da-da. Please take time to read our community guidelines. This goes on and on. They don't answer anything. They just vaguely avoid a response. In every single email, they just say, oh, yeah, we helped you. We helped you already. Yeah, good. Be on your way. You're good. And then I reached out to the community, not really realizing that these are volunteers, but I'll tell you what happened here. They delete my messages, the moderators who appear to be volunteers. I will point them to videos that are far more graphically violent than anything I post. And this is the type of stuff I get back. I watched the video you mentioned. I see nothing that breaks the rules in the video, even at the points you mention, as that is artistic expression, not real life violence. So you can depict graphic violence if it's artistic expression, except for when I put stuff that's less violent, they remove it. As you have repeatedly violated the forum rules by hijacking and spamming threads with the same message, you're not going to get much sympathy here. By that spamming, you are just showing YouTube that you're not capable of following the rules. If you think YouTube made a mistake, then file an appeal. If that appeal is rejected, then that means 2 YouTube staff agree that the video does actually violate the rules. I admit, I find it difficult to remain objective with your postings here. My finger is dangerously hovering over the report abuse button. As far as your videos are concerned, the only option we have here in the help community is to report them as well. But the decision to have them removed is up to YouTube. And personally, as a user and fellow human being with own opinion and own worldview, I say now, YouTube has probably made the right decision in removing the videos. It is possible that your account will even be terminated in the near future. Quite objectively justified according to the rules. Clickbait title, misleading title, and therefore spam and request to... My video was in condemnation of liberal celebrities who were calling for violence against the president. And this guy says that because of my title, I am requesting violence, and therefore it falls under hate speech. And also, just in connection with the COVID-19 pandemic, you spread some alternative facts. Such videos stir up uncertainty, mistrust, and are known for the way conspiracy theorists work, explaining complicated facts with simple and alleged facts, finding a guilty party and then blaming them for all the evil in the world. May make sense to a large part of the common people. For YouTube, such content are not desired. You can concoct your own view of things from me as you are funny, but you should also accept that there are objective people, and your tone of voice is anything but factual and objective. It is rude and disrespectful. There you have it. These are other posts from other people. Please stop censoring conservative channels. It's un-American. And here's an update. Just as I was editing this video, I got an email already from YouTube about the appeal that I submitted while I was making this video for you guys. And it says, Dear Attack Times Politics, thank you for submitting your video appeal to YouTube. After further review, we've determined that your video is in violation of our community guidelines. For more information, visit the YouTube Help Center. When you use YouTube, you join a community of people from all over the world. Every cool new community feature on YouTube involves a certain level of trust. Millions of users respect that trust, and we trust you to be responsible too. Following the guidelines below helps to keep YouTube fun and enjoyable for everyone, except for the people who keep having their videos removed. You might not like everything you see on YouTube. If you think content is inappropriate, use the flagging feature. to submit it for review by our YouTube staff. It's funny how YouTube is supposedly understaffed with millions and millions of videos, yet they encourage the flagging feature as if like, who is removing all these videos? Like, how many people are hired to remove all these videos? Our staff carefully reviews flagged content 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to determine whether there's a violation of our community guidelines. What does that even mean? Who is doing this? Who is sitting there 24 hours a day removing videos? Let's take a look.
Every day, millions of people around the world post content to Google platforms. Things like videos on YouTube.
Every day, millions of people are posting videos to YouTube, and yet they have enough staff members to sit there and carefully review all these videos and remove them all, sometimes within the same day that they're flagged. Who is doing all this?
Occasionally, people are concerned about the content they see on our platforms.
Occasionally? Really, occasionally.
Some people tell us they've seen content that they think violates the law.
Some people? Every day my videos are flagged.
Others think they found something that is against our content policies. You know, the rules for our communities. We want people to tell us when they see content that may violate our policies. This can include bullying, hate speech, graphic violence, or sexually explicit content. On many Google products, there's a way to let us know about these kinds of violations. Google takes these reports seriously. When deciding whether something is against our policies, we review complaints on a case-by-case basis. If it's determined that the flagged content violates our guidelines, we take it down. Repeat offenders often face penalties. For instance, on YouTube, users may have some of their account privileges revoked for a while. Too many strikes, and the account is disabled. We work hard to respond fairly and accurately to legal and community concerns. That's how we maintain vibrant communities, while staying true to our commitment to free expression.
That has to be a joke. Staying true to their commitment of free expression. I have been on YouTube for 15 years, and I can honestly say that you are being the complete opposite of true to your commitment of free expression.